very close. Every day we get closer. It seems it's, for the first time, a real one, serious.
I know you heard those words from the Saudi Crown Prince. What was your response?
Well, I was delighted to hear what he had to say, and to borrow a phrase, I think we're getting closer to peace every day that passes.
A Fox News alert. Barely 2 weeks ago, both the Saudi Crown Prince and Israeli Prime Minister were on the brink of a historic peace deal, which many now fear won't happen as Hamas terrorists attack Israel. Former IDF paratrooper Daniel Flesch served as spokesperson at Israel's mission to the UN, and he joins us now. Daniel, thanks for being with us. I'm just curious, as you join us this morning, where is your sentiment on that previously optimistic viewpoint that Saudi Arabia and Israel might be arriving at peace? Do you feel that optimism still today?
Well, I think this morning it's perhaps on hold at worst. Certainly, Israel's focus right now is securing its southern communities, is securing its border, pushing Hamas terrorists back into Gaza, as President Netanyahu stated yesterday, bringing the fight into Gaza and making sure that all Israeli civilians or soldiers that have been were brought into Gaza as captives yesterday are returned safely home. So in terms of peace with Saudi Arabia, that's certainly a long-term strategic objective, but right now Israel's focus is on making sure that it secures its own country.
But you and I both know it's also somehow intricately tied up in what just happened in Israel. There is the belief out there that, of course, Iran is behind what Hamas just executed in southern Israel. And Iran wants to interfere with a potential peace deal between Israel and Saudi Arabia. So there is a belief that if you can sow chaos, provoke a response from Israel, an overwhelming response from Israel, that you can then somehow get Saudi Arabia separated from Israel. Is that, how do you see that? A, do you believe that's the strategy from Iran? And B, will it be successful?
Well, I think you have to ask why this attack occurred yesterday. And there's a number of reasons you could posture, but one of the main ones is because, as you showed in the clip a little bit before, that normalization efforts between Saudi Arabia and Israel, as the interview with Bret Baier showed from the UN General Assembly week, have been progressing very positively. So why now? Well, Iran's trying to play a spoiler to that potential normalization agreement, because if there's a normalization agreement, that effectively ends the 70-plus Arab-Israeli war, really the Arab war on Israel. So Iran has clearly activated its Hamas cat's paw in the Gaza Strip. We're hearing already today that there's activity in Israel, Lebanon's southern border with Hezbollah, another Iran-sponsored terrorist organization. So certainly I think it's clear that Iran, having feel bolstered from a lot of the policies coming from this administration the last number of months, getting money for hostage exchanges and other measures have been taken, it's in feeling emboldened and wants to probably try to interrupt or intercept any sort of operation or agreement that Israel and Saudi Arabia could have.
And if in that estimation, is the strategic purpose then to provoke Israel into something that would somehow then turn off Saudi Arabia? A response from Israel that would make Saudi Arabia go, whoa, that's too much, Israel?
I think certainly, because Saudi Arabia is the custodians of the two holy cities of the mosque, and it's viewed itself as obviously the bulwark of the Arab world, particularly against Israel for the last 7+ decades. So if you're able to try to cleave them apart and try to have Hamas become the new front against Israel, certainly Saudi Arabia will look at that, and if Israel is taking the fight to other Muslims, to Palestinians, to what extent can Saudi Arabia then be a party to Israel? But again, I think the broader strategic position for Saudi Arabia is then to have a peace with Israel, but right now Israel's focused on its own security concerns.
I got to run there. Thank you so much. It puts Bibi Netanyahu in a very difficult position. Thank you, Daniel.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.